Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Blue Lounge. I hope you guys are having a fantastic evening. Why does the camera look so close to my face? I hope you guys are having a fantastic evening. Welcome CFC, Stephen. Welcome Angel. And welcome to everybody else who's in the chat. I hope you guys are doing well. I don't know why the camera feels so close up. I'm still trying to figure the green screen out. I hope you guys like the background. I took some advice from someone, and they asked me to look into alternative backgrounds, and I've changed it into this one. So I hope you guys like it. How you all doing this evening? We had a fantastic stream last night. I was surprised at the amount of interactions we had. It was great. It was really good. I actually summarized that stream into a short video for you guys. So if you haven't seen it, and if you haven't seen the stream from last night, and you want to see some of those clips, they're there for you to look at in my last upload. Kasim from QN TV, big up to you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Today I want to do a preview, because tomorrow we're going to be doing a preview for Chelsea versus Zenit in the Champions League. Today I want to talk a little bit more generalized in regards to the Champions League and where Chelsea is and what can Chelsea achieve in this year's Champions League, and what should really be our expectations for this year's Champions League. Are Chelsea able to win the Champions League again? Do we have what it takes in regards to squad depth? Do we look light in areas? Are we stacked in other areas? What is the perception in respect to the Chelsea squad? I was actually expecting to see. Oh, here's the first panelist. He's here. Boogeyman, welcome to the stream. How are you, my man? Boogeyman, can you hear me? I can't hear you very clearly. Your audio is quite low.
Let me fix it.
It's fine. Now it's fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's fine. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing good. Great show yesterday. Great show. Great debate.
we did clip you. I promised I would clip you. You had a slight accident towards the end of the stream, and I included it in my recap of the stream. So, guys, if you don't know what happened, you need to watch the stream from yesterday, or you need to watch the recap. A 20-odd minute summary of what we did yesterday. Unfortunately, Boogeyman had a slight accident towards the end of the stream, and it was caught on camera. So if you want to have a look at that, you can check that out.
In fact, I was just trying to stretch, and then I fall. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Oh, and then boom.
Exactly.
Kasim, how are you?
I'm fine, mate. You?
I'm good. Welcome. Listen.
Right.
Yeah, listen. Today,
I'm good, Kasim.
Today is just a discussion. I don't really have any set questions or a set point that I want to bring out in this discussion. Today it's, just brainstorming, just bashing ideas and looking at Chelsea Football Club in respect to the Champions League. We're going to go into an in-depth analysis of of Tuesday's match tomorrow. Once we have the press conference, once we know what Tuchel has planned for the game, the lineups and whatnot. So we'll do that tomorrow. But today I want to talk about the Champions League campaign in general. Chelsea has a number of competitions that they're in this season. And to be honest, we want to win all of them. Some competitions might be, less valuable than others in regards to prize money and whatnot. But there's a competition that we haven't won yet, and I whoops, sorry, my camera moved, and I want to win that one, and that is the World Club Cup. So, for us to be looking at the World Club Cup, for us to be looking at the Premier League, because that is another competition that we do want to win, and the Champions League, does Chelsea have what it takes to do that? I'm going to start with Kasim today. So, Kasim, in a nutshell, do you think we can? And if we can, then show me, tell me how is it that you think Chelsea are capable of retaining the Champions League? Because only a few teams have done it in history. It has been done. Back-to-back wins is not impossible, but it's not easy. So let me hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I think we can win everything. Right. We're going to start with Club World Cup. I think last time we lost under Benitez was against Corinthians. I don't know if you remember that or not, that Brazilian team. But this year is different. When you look at the Premier League, I know it's early days, it's only 3-4 games. I think in the beginning, the main threat I thought was be Man City, but I called it. I don't think Man City are going to even finish second. I think we're going to win the league very comfortably. And today, Liverpool lost another player, young man. And that's the issue with Liverpool as a title contender, the injury, and they haven't got the money to spend. Man City, they were very lucky against Leicester. That's the Premier League. Champions League, I think is only one threat for Chelsea in the Champions League. It's only one game. Look, people out there and people in the panel, maybe they disagree with me, but that's how I see things. There's only one team with a threat for Chelsea to win the Champions League 2 years in a row. It's Bayern Munich. I am not worried about PSG because Ramos, Messi, people like that, they're over 50, 53. They cannot handle the base and the power of Chelsea. Real Madrid tried it last year and they couldn't cope with us. There's only one team. Man City I'm not worried about. Liverpool I'm not worried about. I'm talking about the Champions League now. There's only one team I'm worried about is Bayern Munich. So I'm very confident in the league, and I called it. I said Chelsea will win the league comfortably. I am Champions League. I'm only worried from Bayern Munich and Club World Cup. I think we're gonna win this one. I'm not sure about the FA Cup and the smaller, trophies. I'm not sure.
All right. Tell me why do you think Bayern Munich is a team that we should be worried about? Because you said not Paris Saint-Germain. You said
no,
not the rest. So why are you singling out Bayern Munich? Is it because of their history, or is it because there is something in their squad that worries you? Tell me.
It's just the type of football they play. Don't forget, they still got Louis. Lewandowski, he's a top scorer. I know he's 32. It's just the type of football they play in, the position. They've got a very good manager as well. They've got a very top manager, actually. Ball position control. It's the only team I am worried about, I'm not going to lie, is Bayern Munich. I am not worried about PSG. I'm not worried about Man City.
But you're not telling me why, though. You're not telling me why, Cassie.
As I said, because the type of football they play, they be threat for us. They keep the position. They get a man in the front. Is like Lukaku or Haaland. He finished very good. They got that Gnabry as well. They've got a very good players by Munich.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. We'll come back. Max Burton, Bobby Smoke Signals. Welcome to the stream, lads.
Hey guys.
Hi Max.
Hey, hi
Bobby.
Right, yeah.
Hi.
I'm here for about 40 minutes because I got another early start, but I thought I'd jump on. Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. I mean, I'm not convinced with what Kasim just said. What do you guys think? I mean,
I kind of agree with César because I was thinking about this just before the stream started, and I was looking at teams who are fair, and Bayern Munich were one of the teams that I think is a danger. They are a good side. They're a good side. Last season, had Lewandowski been fit when they played
Max,
against PSG...
I just want to talk to you for 1 second. Understand my question. Kasim said Bayern Munich scare him, while Paris Saint-Germain don't. Man City don't. The others don't.
No one scares me, but they are going to be a threat. And I said the reason is last season they didn't have Lewandowski when they came against PSG, and that badly hurt them. So he's the one like we needed Lukaku this season as a final piece in our jigsaw. We saw yesterday where he's going to convert those chances that we were missing. That's what Lewandowski is for Bayern. He's still a world-class striker, and they've got quite a balanced side. The only thing is when we play them, because they tend to defend really high. And if we can exploit the spaces behind, especially if we play somebody like a Werner or Hudson or someone with a bit of pace, and with our defensive organisation now, it won't be like when we played them under Frank Lampard, because the way that Tuchel sets us up, it'll be good. And when teams come at us, then I think that's where we're better anyway. We saw that with Liverpool, Manchester City last season. But back-to-backs are always difficult because I think you said, Mo, earlier, I think it's only Real Madrid who's done it in recent times, back-to-backs. So, and you need a little bit of luck as well in this competition. Sometimes you don't have to be the best team. You just have to be the team who gets the rub of the green at the right time. We've seen last season, let's face it, we weren't the best in the league, were we? When Tuchel came, we moved up, but we still faltered a bit in the league towards the end of the season. We saw it with Liverpool when Liverpool beat us with that ghost goal. So things like that, a ghost goal, and that's when they beat AC Milan. PSG, I don't know. They are a little bit imbalanced. They've got a great going forward, but they can be got at. And I still think there's a mentality problem with PSG. If the chips are down, how are they going to cope?
Would you say PSG have too many captains for their one ship right now?
Yeah, I just feel that there's too many prima donnas here. You saw it with France last in the Euros, didn't you? With you had Pogba, Mbappe, Griezmann. So you had all these showmen playing for France, and so just because you've got the best players, or it doesn't mean that you're gonna gel as a team. I can't say how well they're going to do at the moment. And the only reason is because we haven't seen them playing in the group stages or anything else. So we don't know how the chemistry is. Football's about chemistry. Yeah. So, and that's why, that's another thing with Manchester United. I think they may struggle with the chemistry. Even yesterday in the Manchester United game, when you saw them playing, had Newcastle had better decision making, they could have scored 3 or 4 chances. Because I just feel Pogba, because they've got all those attacking-minded players, they play Pogba in the 2, and Pogba playing in the 2. I just think that leaves them too open. And especially in Europe, when you have to be tight, I think sometimes if your attackers are not on song and you're relying on defensive stability, then I can't see that with Manchester United. What we've got above most of the other teams is we still got that defensive stability, you know. But it's with everything. With football, with everything, you know, if you've got injuries to big players at important parts of the season, then that could be your undoing. Because as I said, last season it was Lewandowski for Bayern Munich. If we lose a couple of our big players, Kante and Lukaku, for instance, or maybe one of our key defenders, you just never know.
So depth is an issue.
I think we've got some good, decent players, but as I said, it's just certain areas like at top, because we've let Tammy Abraham and Giroud go at the same time. We're going to be relying on a false nine as well, or Werner to be scoring the goals for us. Whereas if we had like a backup striker, even Broge, I do like Broge. I know he's young, but I do like him. Even yesterday you saw him. Did you see the game's highlights for Southampton?
Yeah.
Again, he looked lively, one off the line, and I think he hit the bar, the post as well. So I just think we're short in that area. I think with Zuma going, we're one short at the back. But again, that can be addressed in January, because I hear that we're going in for Koundé again in January. So those are the two areas that I'm kind of worried about. If we, and obviously if Kante, because Kante, we don't know, he's been out injured quite a lot. So if he's missing for a period of time, then again, that's another area that I'm worried about.
Right. Okay. Right. So we've got strong rivals, concerns about injuries and squad depth. Let's see what more issues are going to be raised. Before I go to Boogeyman, I want to say big up to Eric. Eric, how you doing, my man?
Yo, how you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Yes,
doing
the
good.
man with the silky voice.
Yeah. He's got an admirer by the looks of things. We'll get into that. Boogeyman, tell me your thoughts on Chelsea's Champions League title hopes this season.
I agree with both Max and Kasim, but I will see it from a different angle. I think Chelsea will be its own enemy. Complacency. From the game I saw yesterday, it seemed like we have 12 or 13 players that are high quality player, and the other player just seem to like the position. Because it's like they say, we are in 5 different competitions, or even 4 different competitions, and there's a standard. Jorginho came in yesterday, we saw what it is. And if Jorginho Kante have to play all the game, I guarantee you that at one point, for example, the match against Juventus, we play Manchester City 4 days before that game. So Juventus, we need to line up our best midfielder or our best striker or our best wing back and everything. So if those players have to play pretty much all the game, because Chelsea, we want to win everything, at one point it's going to be difficult if our a B team are not pushing or challenging for them. Kovačić performance yesterday, for some reason, I always like Kovačić. I always say he's a good midfielder. But yesterday, he kind of stepped up in a different way, showed a lot of other stuff that I didn't know Kovačić can do. Probably because of the fact that we have Saul Niguez coming into the team. So we need a we need a challenge. We need the player to challenge each other. We need those positions to be open for other people to grab. But if the B team is not fighting to take those positions away from our starting 11, I don't think we're going to do much in Champions League, because we will just be running playing the same starting 11 and only 2 or 3 players as a backup. It's not going to work that way. Same as Chilwell. Chilwell spend more time pleasing TikTok fans than pleasing Chelsea fans, because For me, why is Chilwell not playing? I mean, I'm pretty sure Max and Bobby is going to say it's only 3 games. Relax, but uh, why is Chilwell not playing till now? It's because seem like he like being sitting on the bench, or he like just being the second place, or he think he already achieved too much by winning the Champions League. Uh, so I'm not sure.
I don't understand where you're going with this, Boogeyman.
I
Why
know.
is Chilwell not playing, and then you're blaming Chilwell? He hasn't done nothing. He's won
No,
the Champions
yeah, yeah,
League.
yeah. Okay, let me put it this way. Maybe the way I approach the problem is the thing. My issue is this: Chilwell in Europe in the Euro Championship Euro has not played, right, and he came back, and everybody say he's not match fit. But there's a lot of players that come from that Euro Championship that are playing right now, and why Chilwell, which for some reason we all thought should be a starter in front of Alonso, he has not managed to move Alonso. So it's just
Can I address
nobody's
this?
challenging. I'm just thinking he's not challenging, and I think like Tuchel is not this time is not being able to create that um, hunger in between players. That's how I feel yesterday, because when I saw Hudson-Odoi and all their performances, I'm just like, are they even trying to take those positions and make their position there? So I feel like they're
Hudson,
just happy.
Hudson-Odoi. I want to talk about today. I want to
Yeah.
talk about
Can I
Hudson-Odoi.
No,
can
no,
I
but
just address?
did you understand what I'm
No, no.
saying?
I'm,
No,
I'm gonna
let me
I'm gonna
address
let
your
Max.
points,
I'm gonna let
Boogie.
Max come in. And
Listen.
then if Max is gonna tell you what I think he's gonna tell you, then I'm not gonna say nothing. But if he isn't, then I'll address it. Max,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Listen, right. Yesterday, Bigger man, you've been too reactionary. Yeah. Because yesterday we made about 7 changes. Right. So these guys haven't played together. The reason why those guys played yesterday was because a lot of our players played 3 matches in Europe. So what Tuchel wanted to do was to play some fresh legs. Okay. So and when you look at it, Saul, probably a mistake to play Saul, but obviously I get the logic why he played him, because obviously you had both Jorginho and Kovacic who played 3 games in the week, and so by playing Saul, it made us a bit vulnerable because he just couldn't get to grips with the pace of the Premier League at the time. And as I said, with all the other players in there, you're not going to gel straight away. You see it in some cup games sometimes when you make 7 or 8 changes. If we had made two changes yesterday, then it would have been more cohesive. But because of the amount of changes we made, that's why it was a bit stop start. Yeah, and with regards to Ben Chilwell, listen, Alonso has I'm all for that. I applaud what Tuchel's done, because Alonso he's played superbly in his first 3 games. So he's like said, look, you can't drop. He's not droppable at the moment. So he's not going to drop him at the minute when he's been an integral part of the way we've been playing. Yeah, so that's why it's nothing to do with Chilwell. He's not going to drop Alonso, but if he's not doing anything wrong, it's up to Chilwell to when he comes in to stake his claim. But until what's his name as a stinker, then I think that he's the man with the shirt at the moment. Alonso's the man with the shirt in that position. So yeah, he's got to do his bit. As far as Callum Hudson-Odoi goes, I thought he was decent yesterday. So I don't know what you're saying with Hudson-Odoi. I thought he was decent as a right wing back, and then when he went up to at full was one of the wingers, I thought he did okay.
Regarding Callum Hudson-Odoi, regarding his position, not every winger can play as a wing back. Not every wing back can play as a winger. Not every winger can play as a 9 or a 10. Some play deeper, some play further up. So it varies. For example, Callum Hudson-Odoi and Hakim Ziyech are both wingers, but they're both totally different in their style and in the way they play. I think Callum Hudson-Odoi being judged on his performance yesterday is a mistake. I think Callum Hudson-Odoi, if he is played in his position and he doesn't perform, then I will criticize him and I will judge him. Right now, I'm giving him a lot of rope because I think he's not being played in his position. Now, we did the same thing with Mason Mount when Lampard was playing him out on the wing. He had good games, he had bad games. His performance was inconsistent. When Mason Mount starts to play in the 8th position, in the 10th position, then his performances were better. So I think Callum Hudson-Odoi is in the same boat. I think Callum Hudson-Odoi is a victim of positioning, a victim of the system that Tuchel is employing. Tuchel is employing a system that he believes better suits his style of play, but he is using the players that he inherited from Lampard. So it's a little bit of a tricky one. I don't want to slate a player or back a player to the ends, because I think they can improve. They should improve. Callum Hudson-Odoi has been given that role as a wing back, so maybe in training he should be trying to develop himself in that position. But I think at the same time, it's not his position. So that's in regards to Callum. In regards to Ben Chilwell, I don't think Ben Chilwell has done anything wrong. Like I said in the stream yesterday, I haven't seen anything to indicate that he isn't training well enough. He isn't doing what is required of him. Now, if that is the case, well, I haven't seen anything in respect to that. I haven't heard anything in respect to that. And in the past, we hear these things. I mean, yes, not always. For example, till this day, we don't know what happened between Fikayo Tomori and Frank Lampard. We don't know what happened there. So it doesn't always pan out in that way where we will hear what's going on. But 9 times out of 10, there will be some sort of smoke. And right now, there's nothing to suggest that Ben Chilwell is doing anything wrong. So,
and also, Bigger Man, if you, for instance, say that there's someone who's playing good in a particular position, do you expect someone else to just come in and take that shirt?
No, in fact, I'm always advocating of a player taking the shirt out of someone. You have to perform. You have to show stuff at the training for the coach to even allow you to be in a certain 11. I always advocate for something like that. But my point is this. I'm pretty sure if we vote here, 4 out of 3, I think it's 7 people, I'm pretty sure we'll see 4 people that will say Ben Chilwell is a better defender than Alonso. I'm pretty sure 4 out of a minimum 4 will say Ben Chilwell is a better footballer than Alonso. So what I'm going with my logic is simple. Ben Chilwell, since the Champions League final, Ben Chilwell hasn't been featured for any team or any organization that he was part of. But when we say England national team or even Chelsea, so I cannot understand that Ben Chilwell, with all the capacity and all the potential that he brought into Chelsea team, he hasn't played any game till now. Because I cannot just say he's not match fit. Why he's not match fit? Why he can't even play in front of Luke Shaw? I just
because
before.
Let me address it this way.
Can I say something quick? I don't believe that Shaw having any personal issue with Tuchel. No, I don't think so. But I just think he's not doing something right. That's why he's not in the field. I think if he's not physically fit, that's his fault.
No, you're getting it wrong.
I didn't kidnap him.
It's not there. I think it's actually simpler than this. I think Marcos Alonso, like you said, Chilwell is a better defender. Marcos Alonso is a better attacker. Marcos Alonso offers us more in attack than Ben Chilwell. The thing is this, we are playing a system that has wing backs, not left backs, not full backs. Therefore, I think Tuchel wants more of an attacking threat in respect to the wing backs than defensive. Especially in the game, especially against Aston Villa, for example. Maybe if we are playing a more potent position, a position that has a more of an attacking threat, like for example, if we're in the Champions League playing Juventus or playing Paris Saint-Germain or Bayern Munich, I can see Ben Chilwell being employed because you want someone to be able to shore up that defense. And I think right now he wants someone to score goals. He wants to be a little bit more attacking. He wants to give Lukaku that support in attack, and that's why he's choosing someone who will be up there, giving us more numbers in attack. rather than somebody who's sitting back. And I think that's the thinking behind it. But at the same time, sorry, Eric, just one more point. Man, at the same time, I think Ben Chilwell, his attacking abilities are also underestimated. I think Ben Chilwell does have an attacking side to him that, if utilized well, he can be just as good as Marcos Alonso in respect to his positioning. Maybe not his finishing. Marcos Alonso has a better long shot on him, has a better header on him. But I think Ben Chilwell can be positioned just as well as Marcos Alonso. So it's one of those things. I think it's less conspiracy theory and more just tactical decision. Eric, go ahead, mate.
Yeah, sorry. Before DJ jumps in, I just wanted to quickly say that because obviously you introduced every
I haven't said hello to DJ yet. I know.
You haven't.
Yeah.
Well,
Eric, 1 second. Let's just say hello to DJ. DJ, hello. How are you?
Hey, DJ.
DJ, all right?
Yeah, big up, guys. Sorry, I was jumping on late. It was bedtime story for my daughter, so I had to. It was in Portuguese tonight, so I had to read her a story in Portuguese tonight. So it took a little bit longer than normal.
Yeah,
slightly longer to get to sleep.
No worries. Well, DJ, welcome to the stream.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Big up to you all.
We go.
Yeah. I'm just imagining. Yeah. That's interesting, man. I'm interested in different languages. Unfortunately, I only speak one, but yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? I just wanted to.
I speak 4, so I'm better. That's good.
Wow.
I'm just joking.
2.
Only 2?
Only 2.
Yeah.
I speak 2. I can communicate in like 5, but speaking properly 2.
Does Jamaican Patwa count? If that is.
What's that?
If it counts, I can speak 3.
Patwa count.
Wow. Yeah, I just
Come on,
wanted
you
to.
rude boy. Bomba cloth now. Come on. Let me hear it now. Come on.
Yeah. I wanted to just talk about you mentioned about Chilwell not being match fit. And I just wanted to say that people are not saying he's not match fit because maybe he's not training right, or somehow it's his fault that he's not in shape. He's not match fit because he hasn't played for a while. That's the reason why he's not match fit. So it's not as if he's not. In my opinion, it's not because it's not his fault. Maybe you can say it's his fault because he hasn't done enough to, get more involved and play more matches. But the way I see it, he's not match fit because he just, for whatever reason, there are many reasons. Like I think we've already gone through this a few times. Southgate probably prefers Shaw. He also had to do the quarantine with Mount as well because he talks to Gilmore. So all those things were part of it. And obviously Alonso is playing really well right now. So these are all the things that mean that Chilwell just not he's not getting the game time.
So can I say, do you think, for example, during the game against Crystal Palace or yesterday game, at one point, Tuchel should have bring Chilwell in at 70 or 80 minutes, so at least he can have a 10-minute run in the place of Alonso?
Yes,
Why wouldn't do that? Why he's not doing it?
Because I expect Alonso, I expect Chilwell to play the next match. I expect him to play most of the next match starts. So, maybe you could have given him extra minutes for this one before he starts, but I think he will start the Zenit match. So I think Tuchel knows what he's doing. He's looking at all the, they have the sports scientists and he has all the information. He has all the things that we're not, we don't have the privilege to see. So I'm pretty sure he's managing. Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in here. Ben Chilwell is an issue, but I think it's an issue that will be resolved very, very soon. I think Ben Chilwell not playing, it's all part of the rotation. I think in our next match in the Champions League, we're going to see a different team that came on against Aston Villa. The thing that concerns me is, do we think we have a problem in depth when it comes to our squad? Do we have problem in attack? Do we have problem in defense? Do we have problem in the wing? And if we do, let's address it. But in a nutshell, I mean, our squad is quite small for the amount of games that we're going to be playing. When we look at our top, our number one options and our number two options, it's limited. I mean, let's address it. Let's go from the goalkeeper and go up to the attacker. In goal, we've got two class goalkeepers, Mendy and Kepa. Okay, so from Boogeyman is laughing. He's a jump in and start dissing Kepa.
You know what?
No, shut up about Kepa, man.
No. I think I admire Kepa now actually because he's working hard at his game, and also his name's coming, Mendy's coming, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. For me, he's got a clean slate this season.
He's not kicking up a fuss, Max.
Exactly.
He was number one, and he was pushed aside. Okay, and he did not kick up a fuss. All right, I will fight for my place. I will keep on training. I will keep on doing what I'm doing. Look at the way he welcomed Saul. Look at the way he was. Saul said one of the reasons why he came is one of the conversations he had with Kepa. Okay, Kepa told him that you're coming to a good club. This is a conversation that we had a couple of streams ago about Chelsea looking after their players. If Kepa didn't feel that he was loved and he was looked after, with him being pushed aside, he would not have been telling Saul to come to Chelsea, but he still did because he feels that. He feels this is the club that's going to look after you. So in goal, we are, we are covered. In defense, we've got Christensen, Thiago, Rudiger, Chalobah, and Aspi. So in defense, I think we're doing all right as well. I mean, and we've got a backup in Malang Sarr and what's his name? Mbayamba. He's also training with the first team, so he could be someone that could be looked at if need be. Okay, so in defense, we're covered well. Now, if you're looking at the wing backs, you got on the right, you got Callum Hudson-Odoi, who's covering with Reece James as the main right back. Left back, you got Alonso and Ben Chilwell.
And throwing Aspi there as well.
And Aspi as well on the right. Aspi can do both sides as well. He can do left and right. So we've got good cover on both sides. In the heart of the midfield, we've got 4 players. And in attack, in the 10 positions, we've got a ton of players. Striker-wise, we also have a good system there. You got, people are saying, we're a little bit short, but I don't think we are. Romelu Lukaku is our number 1. Our number 2, in my opinion, is Kai Havertz, and you also got Timo Werner. So you've got 3 players who can play as a striker when need be. Now, one second. The levels is a big gap between Romelu Lukaku and the other 2. I agree. But that's the only area where it's a little bit shaky.
Havertz is 10 for me.
Yeah, Havertz isn't. He's a false, and Havertz isn't clinical enough. You saw it last season. Okay, he'll come up with the odd important goal, but it was time and time again last season. Had we had a proper number 9 in the positions that Havertz was in, then you're scoring goals. If it depends. If Werner can start scoring goals and not missing from 2 yards, then I would have more faith in him as a backup. But I can't at the moment. He's got to prove himself to me that he can step up. So, Mo, what you're saying? Supposing that we get an injury to Lukaku, with meaning that he misses at 6 weeks of the season, are you happy?
We're in trouble.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Yeah. You can't even think about that. I think Bobby was talking about it. I think Bobby was mentioning about we should have had a second striker. But I think I agree with Mo. I think we can still manage as long as Lukaku doesn't get injured. I think we can still manage with just Lukaku and resting him every now and then.
Max makes a very valid point. If Lukaku is out for a couple of weeks, we have a massive problem. If Lukaku is suspended for a couple of matches, if Lukaku, gets a knock, which takes him out of a couple of matches, we can manage. And I agree. Lukaku needs to stay fit if we are to win anything. I can't see us winning the Champions League without Lukaku this year. Yes, we did it last year, but this year, I think
I'm
the
not
opposition
sure.
is tougher.
I think
Go ahead,
we do light in the front. I mean, in every position you mentioned, you're spot on. But when it comes to it, that's a worrying because Lukaku is proper number 9. If you look, Kai Havertz, he's 10, and Werner is not doing it in the minute, so we'll put him in the left-hand side. I think Chelsea made a mistake, got rid of Giroud. If Giroud stayed, he's not bad, Giroud. And not much as Tammy Abraham. I think Giroud, because Giroud is a very good finisher.
No.
But I think we are light in the number 9 position. Unless if Chelsea gonna go in January, get someone like
Yeah,
but it wasn't a mistake. You can't say it was a mistake because Giroud wanted to go.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to ask this. Because I'm not 100% sure on this. But if we were to get a player in January who hasn't played or his team hasn't been in the Champions League, would he be able to be added to the squad?
Yeah,
I
even
think
if he
so.
has
I
played
think
in the
so.
Champions League, even
Yeah,
if
he
he
can.
has,
If
he can. The rules have changed.
They've changed the rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
because I think this is an area that we will need to address in January.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I wanted
There's
to
another
stay-
big rule change. Sorry, before we do, I'm not sure if you guys know, there's another big rule change as well this season that the away goal doesn't count.
Really?
Doesn't
I
it?
heard that, I heard that one.
No, the away goal
They
doesn't
changed.
count anymore.
They changed it.
No, no
Oh.
away goal rule.
Nope.
Away goal doesn't count
So-
double
so
or
how do
whatever. It's
they,
not an advantage.
It'll just
How
go
do they-
extra time penalties. If
Really?
it's level after
Wow.
the tie, say that you drew 0-0 away and then 2-2 at home, then you'll just play extra time.
Yeah, but which makes sense because of the COVID. Most of game,
Yeah.
if we're going to play in the red zone, they will move that game anyway. So what do you say?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
People are-
we played like 3 matches in the Sevilla Stadium last season.
Exactly. So
year.
it doesn't even
yeah,
make
yeah.
any sense at that point anymore.
I understand. I understand why the away rule is has been stopped. It's not a thing anymore. I understand it, but for me, it takes away the entertainment factor from the matches. But we'll move on anyway. It can still be fun to watch without it.
What is that used to call? The one strike goal. When you are
Golden goal.
golden
Yeah.
goal. That one also was removed last year or something. Or
That was
still
removed a while ago.
a while ago. Yeah, that one was too crazy for me, man. You can't even sit on your chair watching the game. You worry all the time.
Heart attack, man. Yeah. It was
Can
heart
I
attack
just say
FC.
something more? I think
on.
Fulham striker. I really like him. The Fulham striker. I forgot his name.
Yeah, Edward.
Fulham.
Edward.
No,
Oh,
Fulham
sorry, that's
striker.
the baddest one. The Fulham one.
He's a very strong. He's very physical. Can hold the ball.
Is that Mitrovic?
Mitrovic, yeah. I really like him.
No, that would need to lose.
No,
weight,
I don't.
man.
No,
It's
I don't think he'll do. When he came into the Premier League last season, he wasn't great. His attitude is not
Sorry
good as
about
well.
that, but no.
I think as a backup, for in January. I think.
No,
Not sure about him.
1
No.
million,
All right.
no.
I wanted
Okay.
to ask. I wanted to add something to what Carsten was
Sorry.
saying about. He was talking about the attacking players, and we talked about this in the previous stream as well. About the players not really fitting this 3-4-3 system. A lot of our attacking players don't really fit the 3-4-3. They're natural wingers, like Couch Critic was saying.
Ziyech, Pulisic, yeah.
So that is part of what you look at when you think about having good squad depth. I don't just look at the depth in terms of on paper. On paper, we have a similar squad to teams like Man City. Well, I think Man City are the only ones who, we're probably a similar level with them on paper. But the difference with Man City is the players they have. That squad has a lot of quality. They get a lot of goals. So there's a difference in the quality of their squad, I think, compared to us. So those are things that you would have to look at for the rest of the season. The quality of the squad. I'm not sure if it's
I don't understand.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something crazy. I'm gonna say something crazy. This is gonna be crazy. In regards to squad depth and in regards to positioning, Now, do you guys think Callum Hudson-Odoi is a good number 10?
No,
Traditional number 10?
no, I don't think so.
No. Okay. Do you guys think who's better as a traditional number 10? Callum Hudson-Odoi or Ross Barkley?
Ross Barkley.
See what I mean?
No.
There's a problem. There's a problem. I agree. No, I agree. I think Ross Barkley, when he's in form, when he's playing, not Ross Barkley that hasn't played for a while, and Ross Barkley that's been playing, the Ross Barkley that was playing under Lampard a couple of seasons back, that Ross Barkley is a better number 10 than Callum Hudson-Odoi is. And that, for me, is a problem because Callum Hudson-Odoi, does he go down the pecking order? Does he get
Why
given
did
a
you
chance?
put Ross Barkley's name, by the way? It should be
Because he's there. He's in the squad.
no. If you're having a number 10, then you should be Ruben.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah. Because Ross
Ruben
Barkley is eight.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek. There you go.
Yeah,
Same point. I'm making the same point here.
I think Loftus-Cheek isn't actually a number. Well, in my opinion, he's not a number 10 for me, but
Eight structure.
Yeah, he's a
He
number
can
8.
play a 10.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek before the injury, for me,
He was
is
brilliant.
a better number 10 than Mason Mount before the injury.
He scored goals as well.
Yeah,
His link-up play was good.
he had a good.
Yeah, but I
Strong,
don't understand
pace,
why we're comparing
dribbling,
to
long shot.
which is a winger.
So we need. Are you saying we should play a system with a number 10?
What I'm saying is, Eric, the point you made is valid, because you're talking about having traditional wingers in our team, but we don't actually play with traditional wingers in our system, and this is for me is a problem because a player like Pulisic is being slated, a player like Ziyech is being slated, a player like Callum Hudson-Odoi is being slated because they are not playing in that traditional position of wingers. They're playing as inverted wingers, as tens. We're not playing players out wide because to do that we're going to be sacrificing a lot in regards to the midfield. We're playing the wing backs up the flanks. We're not playing the wingers, the tens up the flanks. Either we change the system whereby our wing backs move in more and our wingers move out more, or we continue doing it the way we're doing it right now. Something has to change because I don't want to slate Callum Hudson-Odoi because Callum Hudson-Odoi has been played as a wing back and he's not performing. Because I believe this lad has a lot in potential, but he isn't being given the opportunity, and I think he will be wasted. His potential will be wasted because in a couple of seasons, no one is going to be looking at him anymore because he didn't do it. He didn't make it.
I like what you guys are saying, but that traditional position of being a winger does not exist anymore. Like even in Manchester City, how many times we see Bernardo Silva coming in the middle and bringing the ball out, even Sterling, most of the time he's in the middle. So that traditional winger trying to always running on the line or always touching that line, it does not exist anyways. So what is being asked of Pulisic or what is being asked of Werner and even Havertz in a certain extent, it's not too much.
For me, the best solution is
you cannot keep hugging that line. It just doesn't exist.
They have to try and somehow make the most of it. Try and compromise the way they prefer to. Because there's no
doesn't
other,
exist anymore.
There isn't a better solution in my opinion. Maybe we can do a
4-3-3 system. You're not even a winger.
Yeah, maybe we can do a 3-4-1-2. But
come on,
I don't see any way around this. I think they have to try and I don't know. It's difficult to say players should adapt, but there has to be a different solution.
Difficult. They are part of
some players just
line.
can't.
They should be able to play left or right. You're not there to hug that line. Come in, dribble, shoot. Come in, dribble, shoot, and positioning. I'm not a professional footballer, but listen, man. That thing about I'm a winger. It doesn't even exist. Even in a 4-3-3 system, it doesn't exist. Even in whatever 4-2-2, 4-4-2. Sorry, does not exist.
It's different.
It's completely different. Manchester City, Bayern. Look at all those teams. Sunday doesn't hug the line all the time.
I'm gonna address that. But before I address that, I wanna ask the guys in the chat to please hit the like button. We are on 60 likes. We've got about 125 of views in the chat. So please do us a favor and hit that like button. And if you're new to the Blue Lounge, subscribe. Consider subscribing for Chelsea related content live. Chelsea live related content pretty much every day. Because we're playing pretty much every day nowadays. I mean, we played yesterday, we're playing day after tomorrow. So, there's going to be a lot of reviews, previews, reaction videos, and a lot of news videos on this channel. So if you're watching the stream and you haven't subscribed, please consider it. And if you haven't liked the stream yet, I would ask you to do us that favor of liking the stream. Listen, Boogeyman, in regards to the wingers, the way we play football in England is a little bit different than it's played on the continent. There is less opportunities to score goals going down the centre of the park. In the UK, in England, particularly in the Premier League, we have stronger defenders, stronger physical defenders, which means you're going to normally have to go round, try to flank them. And that's why we see a lot of crossing in the Premier League. More than in other leagues. Therefore, having wingers is required to a certain degree in the Premier League to get those balls in, to get those crosses in. Now, you can compensate by having good wing backs. You can compensate by having good fullbacks. But really, you do need to have those players that can provide you with that little bit of pace. And I think Kasim made a valid point yesterday. And, a lot of people, including myself, because I wanted Kasim to elaborate a little bit more. And when he was talking about Timo Werner should have started because Timo Werner would have added something extra. And I know where he was trying to get at. Timo Werner would be able to go around these players and try to push that line further back because they'll be worried about his pace. It'll make it harder for them to play that high line. They'll have to fall back, and it means that we can get the balls behind them. We can get men behind their defense. Timo Werner can play a good cross. He can play a good through ball. He can receive a good cross. He can receive a good through ball, and that is why we need wingers in our teams. Now, the way the Tuchel's playing, he's relying on wing backs to be makeshift wingers in the team, and that for me is. It's working. It's working to a certain degree, but I think we need to readdress the situation when it comes to Ziyech, Pulisic, Callum. I can see Havertz succeeding. I can see Mason Mount succeeding because they are more of a central type of player than the other lads. Go on, Kasim.
As I said last night, that's my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. I think what's missing in Chelsea is world-class number 10. We don't have a good one. I don't believe in Ziyech. That's my opinion. Okay, I don't think he's good enough for Chelsea Football Club. He could be good enough for Everton, for Tottenham, for Chelsea, going and challenging on all front. I don't think he's good enough. That's my opinion. I think that's what Chelsea was saying. It could be Kai Havertz, but Kai Havertz doesn't play 10 because the manager is just playing false 9, playing wide, because Kai Havertz is good with the ball. He is good with the ball, and he can control the rhythm of the game. But in the current moment, from what I see and what I believe, we don't have a world-class number 10. That's my opinion.
Should we change the formation?
Do we even need number 10?
We don't use the number 10.
We don't play number 10.
So do you want to change the formation?
And that's what I'm saying as well.
No.
It depends.
Sorry, Kasim. Sorry, I was saying no to Eric Blue. He asked the question quick, and I just said no.
We're gonna play a lot of games this season. It's gonna come sometime. We'll have to change formation. We'll have to change systems. So, like for example, if we take 5 in the back, wing backs, like Alonso's good at it. Chilwell is better player in 4 in the back because he's better defensively. That's the system. So Alonso is better in a 5 in the back system because he's actually wing back. He's more like a winger, Alonso, if you think about it. That's what I'm saying. So it's going to come games, we'll have to change the formation and systems. When we play like team like City or Liverpool, more position, controlling ball, we have to play Chilwell. We don't have to play Alonso. When we play a lesser team, we've got to play Alonso because we need to attack. So it's gonna come time. It's gonna come games. We've got to change system. We've got to tweak things about. But regards number 10 again, I don't think Chelsea Football Club have a world-class number 10. If you look for United, for example, you got 2 world-class number 10. You got Bruno Fernandes, and you've got a player even better than him, in my opinion, which Paul Pogba. I think Paul Pogba best player at Man United. That's my opinion. No Cristiano Ronaldo, no Bruno Fernandes. I think Paul Pogba is underrated. He is Man United best player.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree about that.
Okay, so
I don't want to talk about. Yeah, I don't want to talk about my issues with one or two of their players, but I don't know if do we need a number 10? I'm not sure. I think we just need to do what we're doing better. I don't think we have to do what other teams are doing.
That's true. Yeah, Kasim, I don't think Tuchel play number 10, and I don't also think how do you say it? I don't think Ziyech or Ziyech does not have the level to play for Chelsea. For me, the problem is simple. A player like Ziyech, Callum, need to be first play in the right position, and at the same time, they need to fight and to try to take those positions and make it theirs. I just don't see the motivations. Ziyech has it in him. I've seen it under Lampard. Someone will say, yeah, it was 4-3-3. But I just don't see the difference between that system and the system Tuchel is playing, because at the end of the day, the system Tuchel is playing, we have more ball possession. All we ask on Ziyech is find the right passes and make those passes.
Boogeyman. One formation that I really thought gave us a lot moving forward was a formation that Frank Lampard used to play at Derby, and he brought it with him when he played it at Chelsea. And that was the Couch Critic. I'm going to have to put you on mute for a second. And that formation was the 4-2-3-1. The 4-2-3-1. And I think the 4-2-3-1 is a very, very good formation moving forward. And it can also be adapted in a way where it allows you to have 5 defensive players. It's just the defensive players will not be on the wing; they'll be down the center, because I'm getting feedback. Bobby, maybe? Yeah, that was Bobby. Bobby, I'm getting feedback from your mic. Just 1 second, mate. Yeah. If we play that formation, we can have both Jorginho and Kante in the holding position. We can have Ziyech outright. We can have Havertz left or in the centre. We can have Mount in the centre. We can have Timo Werner. We can have Callum. We can have Pulisic. We can, we will have 3 positions available for us in regards to the attackers, and then on top of that, we're going to have Romelu Lukaku up front. Now, when it comes to defensive, when it comes to the defensive aspect, we can still have 5 players defending.
Right.
All we have to do is push back Jorginho and Kante, because they don't need to be so high up that pitch, because there is enough cover up front. Because you still have a right back, you still have a left back. It's just
I don't think
having. Sorry, Eric. It's just having the defenders that can play that system, because it's become a little bit worrisome for us, because we saw playing 2 centre backs, our ship was leaking. Playing 3 centre backs, clean sheet after clean sheet after clean sheet. So now we are afraid to change into that system, because we don't want to see a leaking ship. But that fear might be holding us back from scoring goals at the other end. I'm just saying.
Eric,
before I allow you to come in, I'm gonna say a big up to Couch Critic. Welcome to the stream, Couch.
Yo, what's up, fellas? I'm just joining now. I'm actually.
How's it going, mate?
I'm good, man. Just I don't know where you guys are on the stream, but I just wanted to jump in and see where I can add 1 and 2 pieces where
Sweet.
I can. But just carry on, and then when you guys, when I catch the rhythm or where it is, I'll join in.
Jump in. I mean, the discussion's open today, so jump in at any
As
time.
these come in, I got to shoot because I got an early start. So I'll catch up with us to stream later. So take care, guys.
Take care,
easy,
Max.
Max.
Thanks for
Take care,
jumping on.
mate.
Appreciate you, mate.
Okay.
Cheers, Max.
I haven't heard too much from Bobby. What's going on with Bobby?
I think he's busy.
Okay. And DJ also is not talking too much.
I'm just listening to what you guys are saying, as always. But I will jump in a few times. I'm just listening to what you guys are saying. It's an interesting topic.
Yeah.
Boogeyman is trying to put the pressure on the panelists.
Yeah, I was listening today as well. I said I'd listen a lot to what is being said, which is, it's a shame, really. It's quite a shame. I was hoping for something more, but it's all more of the same.
We'll come back to you, Bobby. We'll come back to you. Hold that thought. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to let Eric finish. I don't want Eric to.
I've let everybody talk. And
I'm going to give you plenty of time after Eric finishes his comment, because I don't want him to lose his train of thought. We'll come back to Bobby, and Bobby's going to lay out some bombs. I can feel it. Feel it.
That was a mistake from my part to wake up Bobby, man.
Cheers, Boogie, man. Appreciate you. Go on, Eric. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I disagree with a few things you said.
Go on.
I don't think Tuchel is willing to make that risk. The way I see it is, if it's not okay, so if you said change to a back three, loads of clean sheets, why would we go back? There's no need to go back at this point. Yes, we have issues. We know that we can score more goals, we can do more going forward if we change some things. But so far, we've scored we've scored 2 or more goals in every game except the Liverpool match, and in that match, someone got sent off. So we are already seeing improvements. Obviously, Lukaku has been involved. We talk about scenarios where Lukaku is not involved as much, and obviously things might change going forward. Obviously, he wasn't involved for the Crystal Palace match, and we still scored 3 goals, but that might not be the case, for all the games that he's not involved in. But the way I see it, we won the league title with a 3-4-3 formation in 2017. So I don't think we can score, and we scored a lot of goals that season. So in my opinion, it's not so much this formation, it's about making the most of the players we have, adapting the players as best we can to make the formation work. I'm not willing to go back to a back 4 and have Jorginho and Kante be like the extra defenders just in case. I don't know how that would work on the pitch. I don't know how realistic that would be on the pitch. So
yeah,
Tuchel isn't willing to do that. I don't think I'm willing to do that myself.
No, I'm not saying we should. I'm saying there's an option. I'm not saying we should do that.
It just sounds like when Mo was talking, it just sounds like you want us to sacrifice our defensive solidity just to allow Ziyech not to have to defend too much, or just to be able to do his job. Not to force Callum to do too much defending, but just to focus on creativity.
No, I'm saying there's an alternative system that we can play, where these players can play towards their abilities, what they do best, which is moving forward. I'm not saying that this is the way we should go. I'm just saying
I know. But so are you convinced now that in our system, 3-4-2 or whatever you want, or 3-4-3, are you convinced that Ziyech cannot express his full talent in that system?
No, I think Ziyech can. I think Pulisic is struggling. I think Callum Hudson-Odoi is struggling.
Okay, so yeah, okay. I'm not too sure anymore. I think they all should be able to show their talent and show their full potential in this system the way it is. If they're not doing it, I just don't think it has
Boogeyman, let me ask you this question.
That's how I feel.
Let me ask you this question, Boogeyman. Would you play Pulisic over Werner, Ziyech, Mount, or Havertz?
Yeah.
In what circumstances? I mean,
More. Sorry, I was going to speak German. I say so. My problem is if I know for sure that we're playing against a team that sit, I would like to have Pulisic there because Pulisic and Shaw are the two impact players that I think try to take on defender one-on-one. So I would like to have him there. If we have we're playing against a team that is always sitting at the back, not really attacking us. Because Pulisic is not good at defending.
They would start for you ahead of Ziyech, Havertz, Werner, and Mount.
Yeah, if we play a team like that, yeah.
Okay.
I'll put Pulisic, then I will maybe put either Ziyech on the right, or put Mount on the left and move Pulisic to the right. I'm not. Yeah, if the team is sitting, if the team we play against is just sitting, and I know they will be sitting defending, I'd rather have Pulisic there. Because if they're sitting, I don't think Ziyech will help that much, anyways. I like Ziyech when we're playing against a team that will try to attack us, so we can hit them and counter. So Ziyech can deliver those passes. Really,
see, I think it's the other way around. I think for me, having Pulisic.
I disagree with you, Boogeyman. I disagree with you.
Pulisic and Callum and Werner will be better for us when the team is attacking. No, is attacking. He's saying if it's sitting. If they're attacking, if they're attacking us, okay, then these are the players that are going to be able to open up their defenders.
Because of the base.
Exactly, because of the pace that they'll get behind. We'll come back to this point. It's a very good point. And it's interesting when it comes to tactics. But I wanna hear some of these bombs that Bobby wants to blow up, man. So Bobby, let me hear what you got to say, mate. Let me hear what you got to say. Bobby, can you hear us?
Yeah. Sorry, I've got sort of multiple things going on. They're not necessarily bombs. They don't have to be bombs. It's just a point of view. And I thought on this stream I would do more of listening than talking, which is sometimes a good thing to do. It's the only way you can learn, and it's the only way you can absorb other points of view. But ultimately, the one thing that doesn't change with me is that I'm a Chelsea man. I'm not invested as such in individual players. The stream started off talking about, will we be able to retain the Champions League? And once again, we veer into these interest in individual players. It's not about them, not at this level. If Chilwell isn't playing, well, so be it. You can't look at things in finite terms. This is an almighty season for us. And we have a manager that knows exactly what he's doing. He's exercising the squad, especially at this early stage, showing them that he has faith in them. He gave Alonso the armband, I believe, to motivate the guy, because there's going to come a time where Alonso is going to spend long spells on the bench because of Chilwell. He's utilizing every single player. You know, it makes me laugh when I hear people talking about changing formation for a team that has a defense that is the envy of Europe, does not concede goals, and overall team that is now scoring goals. The only weakness we have is that we don't have a backup to Lukaku. We have a squad that is formidable. We have a coach that is formidable. He's utilizing his players in the right way. The one thing I do agree with Boogeyman about is that the days of the winger and those sort of fixed position, it's over. And if you play a team like that at this level, you will be slaughtered. Look at Man United. I watched the replay of their game against Newcastle. One thing that came to my mind, and I smiled about it, Nemanja Matic has not kicked a ball in anger since what? April? if not March. But he suddenly surfaced from somewhere in the team. Not one person, not one United fan has made a single sound about that. But if it was a Chelsea fan, I'm sure you'll find somebody somewhere talking about minutes for Nemanja Matic. At this level, it's irrelevant. You are there for the club to be used as the club finds fit. You are paid well for that. If you're on the bench, you're not sat there for free. The club is paying you to sit on the bench. The club is paying you to fit into the system. If you're not good enough to make that first 11 week in, week out, then start making plans to go and play for Darlington or Doncaster or one of these teams that you can be sure of playing week in, week out, but you certainly won't get the accolades. We should have more faith in what's going on. You know, I think maybe we're a bit spoiled. You know, we do have everything working, and so we're looking to fix what ain't broken. Oh, this could be done so we can fit in this player. This could be done so we can fit in this player. You know, it's not, it doesn't work like that. And if we try and make it work like that, we're going to go back, all the way back to the realms of mediocrity. I've seen it. I saw it for decades. I don't want to go back there, honestly. I'm enjoying Chelsea's glory right now.
I will say,
Eric, before you jump in, I just wanna ask Bobby a question.
Yeah.
Bobby, how can we address squad depth if we don't address positions and formations and players? Give me a different way to address it.
Well, we are doing that. With the players we have, I believe we are addressing squad depth. We saw...
Sorry, Bobby. I mean, as fans discussing the issue, how can we address the issue without discussing the formations, the tactics, the players, the positions as a stream?
Oh, we need to discuss it. I mean, everybody needs to discuss what's on their mind about the team. I'm 100% behind that. If my conclusions about the team are wrong or a bit too finite, that's why we're here. You know, we discuss it and we debate that. You know, someone could say, "Oh, Bobby, you've taken this to a conclusion," and I don't think it is concluded. I think that Ziyech, for example, needs to play on the right wing and explain why. You know, I'm all for the debate. I'm just giving my opinion. I kept my mouth shut all this time because I am for the debate. I want to hear what everybody has to say, even if it's much of the same. You know, a lot of us, we say the same things, myself included. You know, I say the same things because I am a Chelsea man. The club's success is what's important to me. The individual player's success means nothing to me. If you're successful in the process of the club, then I'm a happy man. But if it's to please you as a player and wait for you to perform, I have no interest in that. I want you performing for the team, not the team performing for you. But debate remains open.
Yeah, well said, Bobby. Eric Blue, you wanted to jump in?
Yeah, I wanted to say that you mentioned about we're almost the perfect team, or we're I don't know, I can't remember how you said it exactly, but I don't think we fully have the squad depth that we could have. I think I'm content. I'm very happy with the business Chelsea did, and I'm content with the squad the way it is. But I think we need. You already mentioned we needed a backup striker, and I think that midfield is still possibly a concern. Where one of the main things is we don't have a DM, we don't have a replacement for Jorginho, really, or maybe even Kante, because you can say Saul is a box-to-box player, but he doesn't really have the defensive attributes that Kante does. He's not as good as, obviously, nobody's as good as Kante, but he doesn't really fit that profile in the same way. So and as well, he's not he just arrived, so he's not used to the English game. He's not used to his teammates, so many things. So that for me is an obvious issue as well. if for whatever reason both players are out, like we saw against Villa, and then obviously Jorginho came on in the second half, we look a little bit shaky. We don't look very strong in that position. So that is a big thing for me as well. But generally speaking, I understand what you're saying. I completely agree with maybe we are spoiled, but we are in a position where we always have to keep pushing for the best for the club. So it's a difficult balance, but yeah, those are my views. Yeah.
All right. Listen, I'm gonna post the link to the panel, so you guys are able to jump on to discuss with us your thoughts and opinions here on the stream live on air. But before I do that, I want to ask you guys to make sure we get to 100 likes. We are 22 likes away. We're on 78. As soon as we hit 100 likes, I'm going to post the link in the chat that you guys can click on and come on here and give us your thoughts and opinions about the Champions League chances for Chelsea this season, and also the squad depth, which is an issue that we're going to be talking about in this stream. Go on, Boogeyman.
Yeah, so I have a question or concern. So last season or half season, when Tuchel enter Chelsea or come to Chelsea, we have that feelings that no one is a starting 11. Like everybody can start the game, and so it was more like you deserve, you have to work and deserve the position. But do we? I mean, someone will tell me, "Oh, that's just it. We're just in a 3-game in, so what?" But for me, I'm still thinking Tuchel is here since last year, and I just don't feel that motivation, or I don't feel that hunger in our player. The quality is not there anymore, because last season, every time Tuchel put 11 player on the field, I don't see the difference in the performances. I'm surprised, but I'm always shocked about how good we end up performing. But this time, I'm not just too sure. That's my biggest concern. But I'm pretty. We already talked about it, and we have to wait. It's just early in the season. That will be the answer. But I still don't see it. I'm thinking Tuchel is doing something not as good as he used to do.
Boogeyman.
Still pretty early in the season, right?
Sorry, I just have to interrupt you. Now, the reason why I disagree with that, when you said these plays about motivation, this is where I have to come in. I think we've got to remember we've just won the Champions League, guys. What motivation do the players need? They've won the Super Cup. Yeah, I mean, we talked about the missing jigsaw piece puzzle that we needed in Lukaku, right? We got him. Okay, I can understand we didn't bring in another DM. Okay, but this team, if you take out Barkley, Loftus-Cheek, and who else is in there? Sarr, I think it's the other one. You take those 3 players out of Nigaz, yeah? The rest of this team won the Champions League. So this is what I don't understand when they say there's no motivation for Tuchel and what he's doing. I'm sorry, I have to disagree on that one. I get, and also this season as well, guys, we're undefeated as well so far. I mean, that team played against Liverpool only 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago before the international break with 10 men. That motivation to not concede that goal when we were like to lose that game, that had Tommy all the motivation that we needed. This team has got the motivation.
Yeah,
I disagree with saying that we have got the motivation to win.
Look at how they defended against Villa.
You don't have to be sorry about it. I agree with what you just said, but my issue is the first half with Aston Villa, that performances I've never seen last season anywhere. Even if we have,
we did have an unfamiliar squad on the pitch, though. It's not wasn't the preferred.
Yeah, but that is still a Tuchel team. Tuchel put that team there, and I don't know Saul. Everybody in that team should be able to perform at a certain level. So that worries me a lot. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think the problem is, sorry, Boogie. I just think the problem is with that mentality. You're expecting players to perform at the level of champions of Europe when they don't play regularly. Like, some people's need match rotation, need match fitness, need the muscle memory in order to perform at that level. Like, you can't just expect guys to just go on the pitch practice a couple weeks, and then get into a serious game where there's high intensity and to perform at that level. I just think we have to be a little bit more, concerned of. We have to be more cautious about what we expect from these players when they haven't really played together that often, and the games are coming. Like that Villa game, the first half, they pressed us right off the pitch. They were all over us, and that's a pace that we can't play. Like guys that aren't used to playing at that pace, they suffer with it, and we saw it. Right? It's not like these guys are playing at week in, week out. It's very rare that they play. Like you look at Callum. When was the last time you saw Callum on the pitch? When was the last time you saw Ziyech on the pitch?
Well, it wasn't too long we saw Callum on the pitch, but I hear you, Couch, because you come with a lot of good perspective, and so does Boogeyman. That's how he feels. That's how he feels. I mean, that's what makes it very interesting. But the important thing here also is that these players that supposedly don't play often, well, it's a good thing they did play in that game, because that's where they will build up the muscle memory. And that's what Tuchel is doing. He is using the squad. We've had an international break. Right, let me use the players that I've worked with all week, whether they've played or not, put them out there and let them feel the heat of the pace of the Premier League. That's why, in a way, it was a good thing he did put Niguez out there, because Niguez will never forget it. He now knows what the Premier League is about. So in training, he's got to train now with a goal to what he experienced against that Aston Villa. So it's all good. It really is. To have concerns about the team not performing like you think they can, well, or they should, that is subjective. It's just the way you see things. But I agree with the others. I don't think that's the case at all. I think the team has done incredibly well. My God, last season we would have lost that game against Villa. And you want to talk about motivation? Just look at the defense. Look at what Mendy was doing. Thiago, Rudiger, Chalobah. They were throwing their bodies in front of balls left, right, and center. They gave us that game.
Yeah. Can I just mention two things here? The first one is this. Both games, our last two Premier League games, are two games that not so long ago we would have lost easily.
Without doubt.
Absolutely.
Going down to 10 men against Liverpool would have destroyed us, especially with the mind games that they were playing. We didn't lose that game. The game we played yesterday, the lack of control over the ball, over the position, the way that Aston Villa came at us, and for us to turn it around, because in our review yesterday, we pointed out a lot of the negativity, but there was a lot of positives, especially in the second half. Mendy's performance, Kovacic's performance, clinical finishing by Lukaku. There was a lot of positives. Yes, there was negatives, but I believe,
Callum, to be honest, that exposure did him the world of good.
I think when he was put out on the left wing, I think that was a good move by Tuchel to give him that little bit of time in that position, because it allows him to believe that there is a possibility he could play it out there. Yeah. For me, I don't think there's a lack of motivation. I don't think there's a lack of commitment. I think on the contrary, our players, especially the ones who have had the taste of winning the Champions League, the taste of winning the Super Cup, these are the players that want to win the Premier League. These are the players that want to win the World Club Cup. These are the players that want to win every competition they take part in. Yeah. I think Tuchel has been successful in building the morale of our squad, our team. Look at the way he went, and he didn't shake the hand of the players. He hugged every single one of our players at the end of that game, and I think he does that at the end of every game. Mm-hmm. The way that he interacts with the players, the respect the players have for him. I mean, all you have to do is look at a clip. I wish I had it, of Kovačić standing and then Tuchel coming behind him and just banging him on his back, and then Kovačić turned around like, who's banging me on my back? And he turns around and he sees Tuchel, and the smile and the emotion on his face when he saw his manager doing that, it says something. It says something.
Listen,
we'll give up. We can underplay it. We can give it less value. But end of the day, these players, when they're on that pitch, there's two things that motivates them. There's two things that motivates them. One, the paycheck, and two, their legacy. No, let's be honest. No. They have a paycheck and they have a legacy.
Yeah.
All right. They want to have a legacy in 3, 4, 5, 10 years when they're no longer football players. They want to be able to look back and say, I won this trophy. I did this. I achieved that. All right. That's what they want. And also the paycheck. So that's what's motivating them. And Tuchel is building on that. He is building on that. This is your chance. This club is gonna, is winning things. Is gonna do things. And this, for me, is where I want to digress or divert into our opportunity and our chances of winning the Champions League.
Yeah.
I think we are stronger this season than we were last season. I think we are able to win the Champions League this season.
Absolutely.
My only concern, and I was surprised at Kasim, because Kasim said he doesn't fear Paris Saint-Germain. I fear the big clubs that have recruited in multiple positions, because I think Paris Saint-Germain is a much stronger team this season than they were at any point in the past. Bayern Munich.
I'd love an opportunity to comment on this.
I will give you an opportunity. Bayern Munich, their history, their legacy, their teamwork, the way that they play their football, they will always be a threat. Okay, I don't think Barcelona, Real Madrid, the big clubs in Italy are a threat. I think the threat for us is the big guns in the Premier League, Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich. For me. Now, I want to give Bobby a chance to come in. Bobby, go ahead, mate.
Yeah, thanks for that. When you started the stream, I sort of caught a bit of that. I think it was Boogeyman or maybe Kasim talking about it. It's Kasim talking about Bayern. And then we veered into the individual players, and now we're back there, which is, it's all good. Now, I've watched enough of the Champions League, just like every one of us here. And I think if you want to use the word fear, then fear everybody. Everybody. Even the lower teams, because I've seen them upset teams. I've seen, the Champions League is a very strange competition. It is a cup competition like no other, in that these teams that come in there, especially the so-called top-tier teams, the English teams, the Italians, the Germans, and the Spanish, they have a way of raising their game in that competition, because the top teams have the players that is their platform. That is, as you said earlier, Mo, they come there to make their legacy. And if you don't make your legacy in this time you have playing in these kind of competitions, well, then there's no point playing football, really. You listen to, what's the guy that we were after? Oh, gosh, my mind sometimes goes. The guy we were after, Haaland.
Erling Haaland, yeah.
He dreams about winning the Champions League. Now, can we do it again? Absolutely. I think we can. Is it going to be easy? You bet your life it's not. They're all going to be after us. Are there teams to fear? Yeah, every single one of them. The Italian teams, Juventus, and I just watched them play. Well, they have a few gears in them. They've got some serious players as well. PSG, absolutely. Although I personally think there's some bad chemistry in that team, but they're dangerous. Even Real Madrid, as they are, even Barcelona, as they are, and certainly Bayern Munich. We have to bring our A game, our A squad, and our A application to that competition. And if we do and keep fit, certainly we can win it again. But it's not going to be easy at all.
No, it's not going to be easy. Can I just ring in on that? Just to piggyback on what Bobby said, there's a couple things that I've heard during the stream that I kind of wanted to touch on. I don't want to go back to the Villa game, but I did think that this was one of the first opportunities that we've seen in quite some time where individual performances outweighed, the team dynamic that we usually have under Tuchel. Normally, we don't have one individual that stands out above the others. It's like this team dynamic that usually wins us games. And in that particular Villa match, I looked like we're being carried by Mendy, we're being carried by Kovačić, we're being carried by Silva, and of course Lukaku with the clinicalness. And the reason why I was using that, I wanted to start there, is because I think in the Champions League, what we've seen and why we were able to be successful last year was the fact that we have this team dynamic that many teams don't have. Like this is a very special group. Tuchel's assembled a team that understands, the effort that the team puts on the pitch is more important than the individuals. And that's what I don't think that teams like PSG have right now. They have a bunch of individuals that are high quality and, can win matches on their own. But what I think that we have in Chelsea right now is a team that is a squad, 11 guys on the pitch that play for each other. And, that is not easy to get, there's not a lot of teams in Europe.
I agree.
I agree with what you said first. Last season, the team dynamic was the key, but I don't think we have that dynamic right now as a Chelsea.
It's still early in the season, though. You can't.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I say right now, because I still think there's a few players that is carrying the team, and others are not really at that level yet. That's right. What I think.
Boogeyman. Our team is still 99% the same as the team that won the Champions League. We lost a few, all right. We've only gained 3 new additions to the team. The guys who were out on loan, Barkley, Loftus-Cheek, they're still part of the system. So I don't see that.
I understand what you just said, but the thing is, I'm saying the team we have last season is oil better than this team we have right now, because our winger are not adapted to Lukaku. Lukaku is the only piece that came in that we know we missed last season, but when we have it now, there's something missing from our wingers. They're not really gelling like they used to run all time last season. So that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to use the word so you guys can follow what I'm trying to say.
I kind of know what you're trying to say, Boogeyman. I get it. And
do you agree with it though? Bobby?
I don't, but he's also expressed the fact that it's early in the season and that there's time to improve on that. I personally don't think that's a problem, but I see the value in what he's saying, in that it's not yet that well-oiled machine. But like anything, in sport, indeed in life, it's not good to peak too quickly. Yeah. If we peak to where, we're firing on all cylinders now, I would be worried. Where we are, I think, is the right place for the time we are in the season. And this thing, how every season always throws up that player that kind of surprises everybody. I've got my eye on Kovačić, because believe you me, if that guy, after being kicked up the backside by the presence of Miguel, which I think is the catalyst to all this, if he continues on this vein, scoring goals, playing like an absolute baller like he did against Villa, wow, he's going to be some player.
Yeah.
Some player.
After that game, I run and check his age. He's only 27, so we still have 5 years of that. I was wow.
He's in his peak and he's showing it. He's coming into his peak.
Wow.
Can I just say?
That's what I was trying to say. In fact, we're not oil yet. I haven't seen.
I think it's too early. I think it's too early, Boogeyman. I know what you mean, but I think it's early. It's too early. It's only third or fourth game in the season, and when James coming back, Chilwell, Kante when he's back fit. Can I just say I absolutely love Bobby, mate. He's a top man, Bobby. Well spoken, Bobby. He's speaking very well.
Bobby Smokey or Bobby?
I'm taking my man. I love all you guys.
I love Bobby. Yeah, he speaks very well.
I thought you were talking about me. Yeah, good man.
And you, mate, and you, Boogeyman.
Kasim, Bobby is old school. He has forgotten more about Chelsea than I have learned about Chelsea. If that makes sense.
Absolutely. I've been around a while.
Yeah, that's true. Can I add something quick and probably? So, is Chelsea going to win the Champions League? My answer is no. We're not going to win it this time because we're going to.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining the stream. Have a great night. We'll see you all later. Bye-bye.
Boogeyman, you can't say that. You can't say that. Nobody can say
Boogeyman, we've got more of a chance than any other club, bro.
The reason why I say that, I know it's going to be controversial because
those are the bombs you're talking about, man. Not from me.
I think our focus, we're going to be focusing a lot on EPL, and I don't think in the history I mean, Bobby should tell me about theirs, but have you ever have a EPL team winning the EPL and the Champions League? Oh, Manchester United.
Manchester United, triple,
Directly,
triple.
1999,
triple.
It is harder for English teams because of the intensity of our league. I think it's harder. You know, we come from blood and thunder on a Wednesday night against West Brom to blood and thunder on another night against, or rather on Saturday against West Brom, to blood and thunder on a Tuesday against Real Madrid. It's very difficult. And if you manage to win the league, winning the Champions League as well, it takes a special team to do that. But I think we are a special team.
I think we can win it, you know. I believe we can win the Champions League. We're more stronger this year than last year. I really do believe so.
I don't think anybody can say, "Oh, we're not going to." I think you can't say that. It's nobody has a crystal ball.
No. I'm going to
ask you guys a question. If you can remember, far back, historic moment when we were one game away. No, I'm kidding. It's last season. We're going back to last season. Last season, we were in the final of the Champions League. Okay, and we were playing our last fixture. Who was it against? Aston Villa. We're playing against Aston Villa, and we had, and we were battling to stay in the top four. All right, and we were like, on a knife's edge. We were all worried that we might not get this, this win, and we might not qualify for the Champions League next season, because we did not believe that we had a chance to beat Man City for the third time in a row in that season. But we did. We beat them. We qualified for the Champions League because we are the winners, because we are the champions of Europe, as well as we did finish in the top four thanks to another North London team. Yeah, I don't want to say the name, but anyway. So,
you want to say the name.
So yeah, I don't want to be gracious or have gratitude towards a team like that. But anyway, that's not the point. The point I'm trying to say is we didn't think we were going to win the Champions League, even though we were in the final. We haven't even kicked a ball in the Champions League this season. But I'm going to say to you, I think we can win the Champions League, and I think this season we have two main goals. Yes, we want to get the Club World Cup, but it's not a main goal for us as a team. I think the two main goals for us as a team is Premier League number one, Champions League number two.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm scared more. I'm more scared.
I think we can do it.
I agree with you more.
We have the ability, we have the players, we have the squad to do it. Will it happen? We'll have to wait and see. But I think we can do it. Listen, people. Sorry, Bobby. I just want to have a look. We are still 10 likes away from 100. If we don't get 100 likes within the next couple of minutes, then the stream will start to conclude, and we will not be able to give you guys a chance to jump on. So if you want to jump on, make sure we get that to 100 likes. Go ahead, Bobby.
So I just want to say this, and I'll keep my mouth shut.
No. Keep
going,
talking,
keep
man.
going, Bobby. We'll have to listen, hear you talking. Come on.
Next time I will change my name to Bobby. You can give me compliment.
I come from, man, we love you, Boogie, man. It's all good. You know, I come from the school of thought, yet again. You win a trophy, and that trophy belongs to you. That's yours. Now, anybody coming to take it from you, you fight them for it. And that's where we are with the Champions League. That trophy belongs to Chelsea Football Club. That's ours. It's got our name on it. So you come and take that from us means you've knocked us off our perch. So of course it has to be a priority. We have to fight to keep what's ours. If someone wants to come into your house and they weren't invited, you're going to fight them to get away from your house. And, you know, it's the same kind of mentality for a trophy. Man City are going to fight for the Premier League trophy that they won last season. It belongs to them at the moment. We're coming to, if I may quote Tuchel, hunt them down. Now, there are people trying to hunt us down in Europe. It's up to us to fight them off and keep our trophy. So it's got to be a priority along with the Premier League.
Yep, I agree 110%. People, I don't want to pass the 2-hour mark on this stream. I actually wanted to keep it to an hour and a little bit, but we are an hour and 41 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to conclude the stream. We didn't hit 100 likes, so we are not going to be able to bring the people on for a little conversation, which is a shame. No, it was up to them.
Just hit the likes, man.
No, Boogeyman, they don't have to like the stream. It's it's too late now. It's too late.
But they can hit it now and dislike it after they come in.
That wouldn't be very nice for them to do. Why are you giving them ideas? Why are you doing this, Boogeyman? Why are you trying to destroy my channel, Boogeyman? It's all good. It's all good. Look, we just got 3 dislikes, Boogeyman. Thank you. 3 dislikes. Guys, I have a question for you. For the people on the panel and for the people in the chat. Should I bench Boogeyman for the next stream? Should I bench him?
Bench or ban?
No, bench.
No.
No problem.
We cannot live without Boogeyman. He's
man. He's the one that gives all the, what do you call it, man?
Yeah.
The panel have spoken. The panel have spoken.
Is always opposite. I heard something. Boogeyman is always the opposite. Yeah, man. I think fast. My brain goes too fast. That's all it is. My brain goes too fast.
Yeah, Boogeyman brings all the controversy, and then we have to discuss it.
No, but to be honest with you, I still think, like, for example, I think the World Cup is how long is that tournament?
A month.
December. It's in December.
Tournament like that, I think we can win it. But I think any tournament that take the same direction at the Champions League, like EPL and Champions League, are way too parallel. They go the same way all the way to the end of the season. Yeah. That scares me a little. That's all I keep saying. I think I'm for sure we're going to get one, but the other one is going to be difficult. Like Bobby said, it's going to be difficult, but not impossible. That's for sure.
I mean, for me, as I said earlier on in the comments, I mean, you guys have seen my private chat. I think the one that's missing from our cabinet is the World Club tournament. Yeah, that's the one that's missing from our already excellent cabinet that we have already. If we can get that in there, and then add the Premiership and the Champions League to that. It's job literally done, isn't it, for the season? Isn't it for me? You know, but that would be the club tournament is the one I really, really want, because that's the one. Every time I go to Stamford Bridge and I go and do my little tour around the thing, that's the one trophy I cannot see.
Yeah, it's missing. Yeah,
that's the one that's missing. That's the one I want us to see. You know,
I don't know if anybody, maybe you weren't on Twitter back then. I put a post. Maybe I'll look for it and put it out again. Of when I went to the Bernabeu off season, and I went through their trophy cabinet, and wow, and there it was. You know, the very first trophy they displayed for you was their numerous World Club Cups. I think when I went there, they've got about 2 or 3. You know, that don't underestimate the value of that trophy, because we don't talk about it much now. I can assure you, in the next 5 years or so, that trophy is going to be worth a lot more, not just to fans, but to the prestige and the reputation of the club. Let's get it now. We can.
Listen.
Barcelona the same, by the way.
It's a trophy. It's a trophy that we're going to have that others have not won.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only England. It's only Man United, I think. Only Man United got it. Man United.
Yeah.
And Liverpool.
And Liverpool. Sorry, and Liverpool. Won it last year. Yeah, 2 years ago.
Has any team in London even qualified for?
You've got to win the Champions League first.
Yeah, we did it only the one.
When
we did it, we didn't win it.
Yeah, listen, lads. I'm gonna end the stream, but I'm gonna give you all a couple of minutes to give me your final thoughts. I want you to address for me 2 crucial areas. One, is our squad big enough? And 2, are we going to win the Champions League as a prediction from you? So I'm going to start with... Go on, Boogeyman.
Yeah, I came in here thinking, no, it's not possible, because in my mind, EPL is what we're going after this season. I just think we can win the EPL and win a few cups, but the Champions League duration is exactly the duration of EPL, so I think it will be difficult. But then that's how I came in. But then I'm leaving thinking it's possible, because listen, if we're lucky enough and we don't have too many injuries, and we managed to get a team that is properly oiled, like Bobby has said at one point, if we can really blow a lot of team out of the water, just us now. Because don't forget, most of those teams are scared of us also. We be scared of PSG and Bayern, but I'm pretty sure they're not willing to play us that much. I remember that after we won the Champions League, there's a lot of star footballer like Neymar, Mbappe, and all those things were saying they don't really want to play Chelsea because that team looks scary. They don't have any weakness anywhere on the field. So when you hear stuff like that, we are somewhere. So I think, when it comes to the squad depth, I think no member in our Chelsea team right now is not talented. Whether you talk about Barkley, Loftus-Cheek, and who else? Who else is there that was Malingsaw, and all those. I'm pretty sure in certain time they will be called one of the best prospects in Europe. And if there's any coach that can get those kids back on track and get the best out of them, I think it should be Tuchel. So maybe we're talking right now, but in 3 months from now on, Loftus-Cheek going to be the one dominated the entire team, be the huge star, and so everything is possible. So let's just keep it positive and listen. I think we can win it, and I think we have the team to do it. And with the squad, all full of talented kids, they just have to prove that they're worth of our trust, and we'll be supporting them. That's all I can say at this point. So, thanks everybody.
Yes, Boogie.
Thank you, Boogie man. Appreciate you.
I'll see you guys.
We'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow for the preview for the Zenit game.
Yeah, I'll be there if I don't get banned anyways. You feel me, man?
You're always welcome on here. You're always welcome. Take care, Boogie man. Peace. Peace. We'll go to Couch Critic. Couch Critic, same question to you. What are your thoughts, mate?
Well, thanks for having me once again, guys. It's always a pleasure to talk to you guys. You guys know what you're talking about, and that's why I'm always here. I just had to make one comment off of what Boogie said, and it's the one thing that I drew from what he said. He's like, yeah, let's just be positive about this, which is quite rare coming
Amazing.
from Boogie. But excellent stream once again. I'm looking at this thing differently. I'm looking at squads. I'm looking at how teams are built. I'm looking at what the team dynamic is. And I don't know if there's a lot of squads in Europe right now that are as together as we are. You could say PSG have, a wealth of talent all over the pitch, but do they look like a team? Do they look like a complete unit? Do they look like an organized side? I don't know if they do. I think that we have, and I know Bobby mentioned it earlier in the stream, this idea of trying to cater to certain players rather than just catering to the system. And I agree with that 100%. We have a system right now that is very, very tough to beat. How many clean sheets have we kept since Tuchel's come aboard? You know, the problem was we just lacked finishing. We got that now in Lukaku. Look at that midfield. We have two players that have qualified for the Ballon d'Or possibly in Kante and Jorginho. Then you have Kovačić putting man of the match performances, and you have a guy like Saul who's been in big matches his entire career. He knows what it means to play big minutes for big clubs. So you look at that, and then you look at what we have up front with Lukaku, Havertz, Mason Mount, and all that. We have a squad. That's how you win these tournaments. You don't win these tournaments on the strength of individuals. You win this tournament based on squads. Who has squad depth? Who can compete one on Saturday in the Premier League, then turn it around Tuesday, Wednesday, and then compete again in the Champions League. This is the squad to do it for me. And I'm not going out there and I'm not going to make a bold prediction that we win it, but I definitely think that we have a strong chance of doing so. I think that we're definitely one of three teams that can do it this year. And that's not me, you know, being a homer, you know, big Chelsea supporter. Like you ask anyone right now who the team that they don't want to play in Europe, it's going to be Chelsea based on the fact that we have a squad assembled to compete on all levels. So that's basically it, man. I don't know how you guys feel, though.
No, well said. Well said. This is why I asked the questions. This is why I asked those questions, because I believe the answer is yes to both. I believe the answer is yes to both. But I wanted people to think about this. I wanted people to address this, you know, in the back of their minds. Do we have it? Because I'm hearing people talking about, you know, we are short on certain areas and certain positions, but I don't think we are. You know, we address the striker situation. Maybe that is one area where we may need to you know, reevaluate and re-examine. But even if we do, January is not too far away, and we can, you know, we can make it to there. Maybe grab a player, maybe if need be. Couch Critic, thank you for coming on, my man. Always a pleasure to have you on. And you know, the critical aspects of your points of view always impress me. So big up to you, man.
Brother. Don't forget to subscribe, Couch Critic. Next one's
Wait, hold on.
I was subscribing.
No, wait a minute. I've done this for everyone, but I haven't done this for Couch, so I want to do this for Couch.
Oh, good, man. I'm just happy to be on.
You know what? I have a feeling. Where is it?
You're killing the stream, bud. Let's just do it next time, man. It's all good.
Yeah, for some reason it's not coming up. For some reason, listen. Remind me in the next stream that I will put your link in the comments, so I get people to jump on. Guys, tab Couch Critic. Go subscribe to this channel. He doesn't upload enough. He uploads like once in a full moon, but when he does upload, it's good quality stuff. Yeah.
Respect.
So go check it out. Take care, Couch.
All right, take care, guys.
Take it easy, Couch.
Cheers.
Take care.
Cheers, Couch. We're gonna go to Kasim. Kasim, my man, talk to me. Squad depth, Champions League.
Can you hear me? I think I'm concerned about the number 9. That's all. It's just a bit. I feel like it's a bit slightly light because I'm just worried about Lukaku. You know, get injured, play for the national team or play too many games for Chelsea. But I think we've got a bigger. Enough strong squad to just compete in all front. I think we're going to win the Premier League. I believe that strongly. We're going to win the Premier League. I'm not worried about Man City at all. I don't think I said it, and I say it again. I don't think they're going to even finish second. And it's just Bayern Munich worried me. That's all. Not even PSG. I said that. But I believe Chelsea can win the Champions League again. I do believe it strongly, and I hold that. And Club World Cup, I think we're going to win that. We're going to add that to our cabinet. I believe that strongly as well. So Chelsea just becoming squad players, managers, even fans, club is just becoming stronger from end of last year and this year. So I'm very optimistic, and I'm really looking forward to it, guys. I'm very, very optimistic this year. We're going to win a lot of trophies.
Fantastic. Big up to you, Kasim.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Mo. I appreciate that.
QNTV. Guys, go check out QNTV and subscribe to his channel. Up and coming. All right.
Thank you very much
support
for having me.
him.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Appreciate
Kasim.
that.
Have a good one.
See you
Take
later.
care,
Have
brother.
a good night, guys. Bye.
You too. See you tomorrow, Kasim. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. Right, I'm going to finish off on DJ Sav. I'm going to leave him to the end. Bobby, if you're not asleep yet, tell me what you're feeling, man.
No, I'm quite awake. As I said, this stream I wanted to try and do more listening than talking. I hope I've done that, well, largely.
Couple of bombs, but we allow it.
I'm looking at my thoughts here are quite simply this. When you talk of a club's history, people like to downplay Chelsea's history.
So true.
So I will sidestep history and then go straight to pedigree. Now, Chelsea have European pedigree in terms of the Champions League, in terms of all other European competitions. We have been to a Champions League final 3 times. Once, the first time we went, the loss was so painful that we carry it to this day. That team that lost that final, before they all retired and left football in its entirety, they've managed to win in 2012. Our name was on that trophy, but because we were rebuilding the squad by 2013, we couldn't really put up a fight to keep that trophy, and we were knocked out during the group stages for the first time ever in the Champions League and had to go to the UEFA Cup. Now, Chelsea went into that competition with pride and anger, and the rest is history. We made sure that, well, if we couldn't keep our name on the main trophy, we will add our name to this new trophy. And that's exactly what we did. Now, this time around, we've caught the Champions League in the right cycle at the time at which the club was building, at the building stage. And now we've assembled a squad to go in for the fight. It's all about the fight for us. Will we win the Champions League? Yes, we can. Who knows what will happen, but we can, because we're ready for the fight. Our name is on that trophy. It belongs to us. And we've had that experience of relinquishing the trophy. It doesn't feel nice. We remember it. The club remembers it. That's why we've equipped ourselves for the fight. Are we ready for the Premier League? Well, we're going to give it our best shot. We've got the squad for it. It's been a long time. And as Tuchel says, we are hunting down Man City, who at the moment the trophy belongs to. I think we should be quietly optimistic with the team we have. Is it perfect? Of course it's not. There are areas of concern. You know, definitely the centre forward position is an area of concern. We could do with another centre forward. And who knows what will happen in January. And, you know, that's just it. That's just how I feel at this point in time. I don't think we can look at things from finite points of view. You know, will we win it? Will we not win it? You know, what score will we give this team or that team? But we just look at the overall, and the overall is looking quite good for us.
Fantastic. No, I agree. We did it under harder circumstances last season, with the pandemic, without fans, without the support, without the ability to play some of our home games at home. But we still won. We won the Champions League. This season, I believe our squad is better. We've added some clinical finisher in regards to Lukaku. We are going to score more goals. We are going to be able to convert more chances. And the players that came in last season, they have gelled better. They have integrated into the team better. One point that Boogeyman made about the team spirit. Is the team ready? Is the team gelling? Well, I think yes. The team is ready. The team has gelled because they had a year to do that. The new additions, they're not exactly new. Saul, he is really tight with some of the players, with the Spanish lads. Lukaku, he's back home. There's nothing new about where he is right now.
Yeah.
In fact, he is more at home than a lot of the players in the squad from last season, because when he came into that dressing room and pointed out this locker belongs to this man, that locker belongs to that man, he knows what the history of that place is. So he's home. So I think we are in a better position this season. So hopefully, we can and we will win the Champions League. Bobby, always a pleasure to have you on, mate. Always a pleasure to have you on. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for the privilege. DJ, you're top man.
Always a pleasure.
DJ
You
Stav,
too,
that's
bro.
my brother right there. As well as you, Mo.
too,
But,
bro. You too, bro.
take
You
care.
too, mate. Big up to you, mate, and your family. Take
Cheers,
care, mate.
Bobby. We'll see you tomorrow, Bobby.
Yeah, absolutely. I told you,
Take
if
care,
you
brother.
stream every day, you'll be able to keep the time.
What happened? We lost him. I didn't kick him out. We lost him. Bobby.
Must have been his battery.
Not his battery. His
No,
phone
it's-
overheats.
Oh,
It
overheat, that's right.
It overheats. Yeah, his phone overheats. Hey, listen, Bobby. Brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
Thank you
top
for
bloke,
being on.
Bobby. Big
Top
up
bloke,
to you, mate.
Top bloke. DJ Sav, man. Tell me.
Yes, bro. Look, as always, Mo, it's a pleasure being on your show, mate. First of all, I love the interaction with the rest of the Chelsea family on the Blue Lounge. It's a pleasure hearing everybody's comments, what their opinions are. And then this is like Bobby today. I was just really mainly listening to a lot of what was being said today. I think the only time, obviously, I stepped in when Boogeyman said about motivation. I had to come in and say something on that. But look, everyone's top. Everyone on this is all family, as I said. In terms of all that, in terms of us, do we have the squad? For me, I think we've got the squad. I think it's just about obviously keeping them injuries down. I know people have gone on about if we lose Lukaku, it could be a bit of a situation. I hope to God it doesn't happen that way, but you just don't know. I'm going to believe in my whole squad this season. As I said, we had to give them a season last year to gel in. If that was the gelling in period, mate, we ended up winning a Champions League. So if that is what you call a gelling in, for me, that is just, already we've won a trophy in that way. This season, obviously, we're all going to look at our place differently. Obviously, Timo Werner, Ziyech, obviously the main two are picked up as Pulisic, Cho as well. All these players, I think, are going to be given the time to do well this season. I think they can do. I think the goals will come as well, not just from our strikers. I think we've got players that can score from midfield as well, if need be as well. So for me, on a whole, mate, we've got a squad to compete in Europe, and let's see if anything needs to be visited in January. The club will sort it out and get somebody in. But on a whole, I'm happy. I mean, just hearing Lukaku's words yesterday, I dreamt of it as a 14-year-old boy to come in here and score those 2 goals. And when he did his post-match afterwards, that for me tells you the love he has for the football club. And that same love he has for the football club, you can see goes through every one of those players in that team and Thomas Tuchel. This is why I think we've got the right manager, we've got the right tools in place, we've got the right players. And I think we really can challenge in all fronts this year. I really do. And, onwards and upwards for me, and keep the blue flag flying high. Everyone in the comment section, big up to every single one of you. And I've bantered a few of them on there. They've done banter with me. They've had a few on there that I've been talking to. But big up to you. All respect it is to everyone. And obviously to you, Mo, as always, bro. Big up to you as well, mate. And respect you as well, mate. Much appreciated being on here.
DJ Sav, man. Always a pleasure having you on. Your feedback, your support is always appreciated here on the Blue Lounge. DJ, you've been a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of history. I know your background is in respect to Chelsea, and how long you've been a Chelsea fan and what Chelsea means to you. So having you on is always going to be a bonus for me as a Chelsea fan, for the channel, and for the people who are watching, because you add a lot of value. So big up to you, and thank you.
Thank you very much. Peace, bro. Peace up to everyone.
Cheers,
Peace
brother.
out.
Take care.
care.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Right.
I'll see you tomorrow, DJ.
Right.
Take care, brother. Bye bye. Guys, What a nice stream. What a nice stream. It was really enjoyable. Great conversation with the guys on the panel. Some really good comments. I'm sorry I didn't highlight them all on the screen, but they are really good comments, and there was some good discussions happening in the chat. So big up to all of you guys in the chat and the support you've shown. We eventually didn't get to 100 likes. We were stuck on 94, but it is what it is. For all those 94 people who hit the like button and who subscribed to the Blue Lounge, thank you very much. And for those who didn't, maybe you will next time. So have a great night, guys, and I will see you for the match preview for Chelsea versus Zenit in the Champions League tomorrow night at 10 p.m. UK time. Take care of yourselves. Have a good evening, and peace out.